All right, the button has been pressed. The light has turned green. We are all set and ready to go here for another Super Robot Sundays on Sound Goblin Gaming as we continue our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 30. I'm, as always, Bograt.
I am the Krampus.
I'm Shiv.
I'm Hunter Green.
I'm Vincent.
And, yeah, we're just doing a little bit of cleanup here. We're swapping out some
We
supports and whatnot.
have maxed out everything on all the units because of stuff we did off stream, i.e. the onboard missions that are
Yeah, all those onboard missions we had sitting around that were like, 3-unit battle, 1-unit battle, 10-wave battle, blah, blah. I just did those off stream. So now every single unit we have has 20 in all stats, 20 levels on all their weapons. Just absolutely capped out for at least all the stuff that we actually use. So,
Bograt, while we're cleaning up stuff, I'm not getting any audio from my headset. Can you unplug and replug my... Sorry, I know you're pretty well trenched in the... There we go. Thank you.
and yeah, this is the first Super Robot Wars 30 stream since the launch of Super Robot Wars Y, which basically all of us have been playing. It is pretty solid. Feels more like a hybrid of this style and a traditional style SRW game. It does still have a bit of free reign in the missions to some extent, but also at the same time makes it much clearer what are like main missions, what are side missions. Has an actual mission tree, so it tells you like if you meet like an initial unlock condition for a scenario, but there are other conditions, you can just like go and look, and it will be listed right there what you need to do it. I mean, we could do Showdown with the Unknown if you want, at least the first one to show off what it is.
I think we'll show off what it is and then we'll...
Yeah, so Showdown with the Unknown, to explain, is a mission that can be repeated essentially an infinite number of times. You do get different rewards up to the 11th time you beat it, and then after the 11th time, you can keep doing it over and over again, and you just get the same power part over and over at that point. It does get harder every time you beat it until that 11th time.
Oh,
That being said, they are really fucking good power parts.
How good the power parts scale as you go up. Like some of the middle ranks give you things like Wizard Operator.
Yeah, so the very first thing you get is Assault Adapter, then you get Long Range Impact, then you get Zone Recoverer, then you get a Full Coat Armor, Victorious Turn, Ultra Repair Ampule, Wizard Operator, Range Extender, Spiral Effector, Miraculous Mark, and then everything, the 11th victory and every victory after that is just a flat-out EXC boost power part.
I'm pretty sure Miraculous Mark is the item that gives Miracle.
It is.
yeah.
The Omni skin.
Yeah, no, to put perspective on some of those, like just how truly fucking ridiculous they are. So yeah, like Wizard Operator obviously is the one, we've seen it before. It's plus 25 mobility and sight. It increases XP, credits, and PP from destroying enemies by 25%. Full Coat Armor is an armor part that does 1500 HP, 300 armor, and nullifies weapon effects.
Yep.
Spiral Effector is just flat out all weapons get plus 300 attack, ignore size, and barrier buster. Assault Adapter, literally the thing you get for doing this the first time, is plus 200 to all weapons. Grants A ranks in all unit and weapon terrain adaptivities.
Ooh.
Miraculous Mark is plus 2 move, plus 200 weapon attack, plus 1 range of non-map, non-range 1 weapons. Activate the Miracle Spirit once per map, which Miracle is every...
Effectively
it's
activate every single...
Yeah, it's basically every spirit command. Victorious Turn is plus 30% damage dealt, minus 30% damage taken for 1 turn, usable once per map. Long Range Impact is deal an additional 10% damage to units 7 or more spaces away. Like, everything you get out of this mission is fucking insane.
God, I hope the reveal for that person. Oh, I was hoping for Hiragana face.
Advento.
Calling yourself Saint Advent doesn't help me either.
Yes, he's come from a different universe.
Kind of the theme of this game.
Who hasn't?
Well, in this case, the different universe is whatever the fuck is inside his head. Most chuny shit I've seen in this game.
And so to clarify, Advent is the like final boss of the Seto series of Super Robot Wars games.
Okay.
And generally speaking, is considered just one of the like strongest bosses in the history of Super Robot Wars. He specifically initially shows up in Zeta 3 and is in all 3 parts of Zeta 3. And yeah, by the final fight with him in Zeta 3, I want to say if you're playing it, if you've like done the stuff to get like all the SR points up to that point, because this is the old school style where you didn't have like selected difficulties.
Yep.
It was all based on how many SR points you had. If you were in hard mode and got to the final fight, he had over 2 million HP.
Cool. Like to have an argument.
It's also an interesting translation. But they chose to say, well, I'm sometimes known as Saint Advent. His alternate name is Advent of Joy. I don't know where they got Saint Advent from. Yeah, basically the only power parts more busted than the ones you get from doing this mission over and over again are the ones that are specifically locked behind Super Expert Plus.
Oh, okay, trash to beat up.
Do they, Yuta? Do they really?
They look so strong.
Looks can be deceiving, I guess. I love that they still have him with the helm.
It is also worth noting that this mission is actually unavailable on Super Expert Plus,
Yeah.
much like basically every other grinding opportunity in the game.
Snowflake.
Perfectly reasonable map deck.
Huh?
Alright. There. Okay. That's anything.
But yeah, so obviously we'll get more in depth about it when we do eventually get around to playing Y on stream. But yeah, Y does some interesting changes to the formula for Super Robot Wars. Again, it keeps the sort of mission list structure, and you can to a certain extent choose kind of what order you do stuff in. Still has some stuff where it's like, oh, you can either do this mission or this mission because they sort of lead into one another, and they're just kind of coming at it from alternate directions. The major changes from, honestly, because it was sort of in the VXT cycle as well, and also obviously a big thing in 30, EX actions no longer exist. They have pretty much been replaced with the assist system, which is similar to the supports in this game, but also have their own kind of thing going on. They all have levels, so they each support gains experience as you use them, and at various levels will unlock basically upgrades to the abilities they give. All of them, for instance, don't actually start with a passive. That's usually unlocked at level 2. And then as you continue to level them up, the actual like numerical effects typically of their abilities go up.
Level 3 will get them an increase their passive. Level 4 will change something about their active, either by gaining an additional effect or just.
There are some variations depending on the support itself. They're not like locked in that order necessarily, but most of them do follow the same formula. There is also a huge tree for what's called STG memory in Y. It's effectively the equivalent of like the AOS system in this, or the various other like MXP kind of things that have been in the previous games. The big difference there is that it's basically a huge like grid rather than like a bunch of kind of straight lines like AOS was in this one, for instance.
There's one other big difference in the sense that you can at any time refund whatever the fuck you want
Yes.
for no cost.
Yes, you can refund everything you've spent in the STG grid and redo it. The primary reason this exists is because it's effectively 3 directions it kind of goes in. There's sort of the attack direction, the support direction, and the defensive direction, essentially. But the big thing about them is they're also sort of back to how the previous games, like the VXT cycle, were. In the VXT cycle, you did not have access to the entire thing all at once. You had to kind of gradually unlock it through the game. This one, you have a squad rank, which is based on like the units you've recruited, how much you've accelerated them, that kind of stuff. And certain jumps to the actual STG memory are locked behind having certain squad ranks. It's not too hard to increase squad rank overall, as long as you're doing a pretty reasonable, maintaining, actually upgrading units and stuff like that. You'll unlock ranks at a pretty decent pace, and gain access to the full tree pretty quickly. But at the same time, you're not gonna have the MXP necessary to max out any of the trees anytime quick. Basically, every sort of tier you go out from the center, the costs increase. And then every single tree has a capstone ability, which costs 50,000 just on its own. But one of the interesting things about the STG memory unlocks is there are actually some really great abilities behind it that essentially are passive that apply to your whole team, which previously were typically things that were on like very specific power parts or things like that. So like, for instance, some of the stuff is like the thing about like repeatedly being targeted. Normally, every time you're targeted before being hit, increases the hit chance against you by 5%. There's one of the ones on the STG tree that is just that no longer happens. They no longer get bonuses for repeated targeting, which means once you unlock that one, like Amuro becomes unhittable. Like most of the time, the only chance anyone has to hit somebody like Amuro is because like, oh, you're like the 5th person that's attacked in this. You're like the 5th person that's attacked in this round, so you have like a 20% chance. There's one on there that is just literally all the like various barriers that characters have, which are typically like, oh, reduce like 2,000 damage, costs 5 energy every time it triggers. There's one that's just barriers no longer cost any energy. There's a bunch of them on there that reduce the costs of various spirits by percentage amounts. So like 10% or 20% reduction in cost to various spirits, which again is anybody that has that spirit, it is reduced by that percentage for them. Now, mind you, it is percentage based. It's not a flat cost reduction, so there are some that benefit. It's one of those things where the cheaper the spirit is for you to begin with, the less benefit you get from that reduction. But it's still like, at a certain point, there's some that's like, oh, this was like a 20 cost, and now it's like a 16. It does lead to the ability for certain characters with certain spirits to, I think, possibly for the first time in the entire history of Super Robot Wars, have spirits that cost single-digit SP amounts.
Yeah.
Because there are some characters that have certain spirits that cost 10 and can get like a 10% cost reduction on them, so they will cost 9. It's also just really nice. There are very few things on the tree that don't really kind of in some way benefit basically everybody on your team. The scant handful I can think of is on the attack tree. There's sort of like one side
There's a side that does range, there's a side that does
CQB, and there are obviously some units that have nothing but CQB attacks, some units that have nothing but range attacks, so they don't benefit from it, but still the vast majority of your units benefit from basically everything on the tree in some way. A more subtle change, which you might not catch from me just saying that EX actions don't exist anymore, is now the ability to actually get a press turn, i.e. the extra turn you get for killing a unit, is much harder to come by. There is one assist you do granted start the game with, so assist level, basically you gain assist levels as you progress, like killing enemies, things like that. But it's a bar that fills up. It's not a straight like 1-for-1 like EXC was.
Yeah. It's like 2 or 3 points per enemy killed, something like that.
Yeah. And it takes like a certain amount, 5 points to get an actual level. There is one assist you start with whose effect is that they trigger the press spirit, which is now the way that you get press attacks for killing an enemy. They cost 3, so it's not like you can sort of infinite loop like we've done in this game, where it's like, oh, we used a press turn on Dava, who used his map attack to kill like 3 or 4 enemies. So he gets 4 EXE, so now he's back up and just able to use extra attack again over and over.
Yeah, you do not have character solo's entire map on your turn via EXE shenanigans. Like early missions, you'll get to use press like once.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once, maybe twice, if you actually get really
If
lucky.
there's enough enemies to kill them.
Yeah. And also with that, the other big thing is that the difficulty is definitely higher in Y. Like, you have to really start thinking about spirit use, even on like normal difficulty level. You have to start thinking about that shit way earlier. Like, even within the like chapter 1 like prologue missions, like you're not gonna lose, but it will be tight if you're not playing smartly.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually what got me regularly. There are a lot of times like, oh, this unit's got like 500 health left.
They're just going to keep attacking that dude, so you better do something to keep them alive.
Yep.
And then sometimes we're just going to dogpile on that guy, so you have to use spears to keep them alive. Then sometimes they're like, I'm going to attack Chitose.
Yeah.
Because I desire death.
It's why I was very glad early on that Rain has.
Yes, Rain has repair.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the nice big differences between how supports work and how assists work. Assists are just straight up available from the combat menu.
Yep.
So you don't have to be like outside here and trigger supports like you do with supports.
EXE stuff.
You can actually use them just very similar to like how spirits are used.
Yeah. Like effectively, they function like spirits with a separate cost system.
Yeah. They are essentially another set of the spirits that are like triggerable, like, oh, use this to like trigger to do like heal target ally kind of thing, or like, in the one that's like, oh, target ally has a 100% hit chance, stuff like that. Those are assists work kind of like that, just have their own points pool
And
to
it is
spend
nice
from.
that you can just like activate them from the combat screen, that type stuff, as opposed to
Having to back out from the
back
attack,
out,
be like,
go
okay, let me
back.
trigger
Okay, I
the
want you
spears.
to smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do everything from the combat screen, basically, is useful.
It also gave them more space to play with designing new power parts and what power parts do, and also some space to play with for spirits, because you no longer have a bunch of power parts that are like, oh, get like an additional like EXC for killing enemies, whatever, and also all the stuff that like EXC moves were doing and are now like spirits of some sort or other. Like basically another one of the support assists you start with is basically just trick attack.
Yep. No cost.
Yeah, it's
Which-
called Trick.
which I have used a few times just to get a. I don't have any ammo for this attack.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
I used it a couple times in some of the early missions where I was throwing the big attacks around. It was like, oh yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is way early. I don't have energy to just
Yeah.
spam big attack. Okay, I guess I'll use this so I can counter.
Yeah,
I'm
your
not
dude
going
does
to
not have enough energy to use its main, like, biggest attack like 5 times.
I'm not gonna lie. I have used Boma could counter with the weapon.
It's perfectly viable. It's ultimate.
That's just a second. Yeah, go away. Okay.
Yeah, but that being said, because of a lot of the changes, it is far more difficult to do like one-turn clears of maps
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do have to like make use of all your units more, as opposed to you could literally deploy one unit and then take the entire map on that same turn.
Yeah.
Which, on one hand,
I mean,
It's fine.
you still technically
you
can.
could
It's
send
just
out
your
a super unit and have that counter everything.
it's just going to be you still absolutely can. It's just going to be on enemy turn, not on player turn.
Yeah.
But like at the point in 30 that we're at on my run I've been doing recently, kind of along the side, there are maps where I have just cleared the entire map on turn 1 just with the main character through killing units to get extra turn, or using Miracle and using Zeal to get extra EXE, or using the thing that gives you 5 EXE so you can do extra turns again.
Yeah, so I mean, to clarify, when I was doing those bonus missions we had unlocked, we had 2 8-wave battles unlocked. Both
here,
of
Mike
those, both of those 8-wave battles, Daba cleared 6 waves himself on turn 1
Yeah.
with some like resupply assist because he did run out of energy multiple times.
Not surprising.
But like they just spawned a bunch of them in lines basically, and so I was just doing the fucking map attacks off of Daba and clearing like 5 to 6 enemies at a time.
Yep.
So like he cleared like 5 or 6 of the 8 waves just on his own on turn 1. Absolutely not a thing that's going to happen in Y. No.
I love that line.
So I asked the rest of the people here, but after you left last night, Bug, right? But what did you name your Wise team?
I just went with the default. I usually do my first playthrough.
Okay.
I went with these guys, which has led to some interesting lines.
I went with Wise Guys, which I love.
Yeah. No. And second thoughts, like, yeah, that's real good.
And immediately I have to find a new power part. That was. Sure.
Integrity.
Yeah, the
Can't fix
the rewards you get for the mission, in addition to the actual power part, are stupid.
It was Operation Heaven's Gate.
Let me take a look. I don't think it actually matters that much. I will.
I think like either side sets us to do a set of forced missions effectively. So
No, we want to do Operation Heaven's Gate. Although technically speaking, like there's no reason for us not to do Heaven and World. It locks you out of doing other missions other than specific ones, except we've already done every other mission. Anyway, so the only thing that we would do is we would do Heaven and World. We would normally then have to do a whole bunch of other stuff, but we can just do Operation Heaven's Gate first.
It also actually upgrades a unit we actually use. So there's
Yes. Yeah, like basically Heaven and World would, the only thing Heaven and World would lock us out of doing at this point is Operation Heaven's Gate until we complete the rest of the chain.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm not actually trying to do a mission where I would think is probably a bit too heavy, but requires mild concentration. I'm going to talk about my experience playing the game on Expert for about 2.5 chapters. Okay, so the one thing I do like about Expert, well, there's a few things I like about Expert and a few things I hate about Expert.
Quick note, just for those curious, Expert is the current highest difficulty in why they don't have a Super Expert or Super Expert Plus.
Yeah.
Yet. They might release one later with DLC.
Maybe. I don't know if they need to. Okay, so first positive is they don't do the level scaling thing.
No.
They literally just scale stats, which is good. That was just stupid. Especially when they did the level scaling and did the XP penalty, which in a really note, they do the XP penalty. That's fine. In and of itself, if you're trying to increase the difficulty of this game, making it go slower up the gain of spirits and everything, that's in and of itself fine. That works. Especially since enemies will still stay around your level because they're actually level gaming. The only thing you really are unlocking from levels is actually everything else is kind of a beater.
Yeah, well, and as we kind of mentioned before too, the big thing about it is the slowing down the spirits gain is actually a really big difficulty spike because most of the initial pilots you get in Y, their starting spirits are not great. At best, like a couple of them have like intuition.
Yes. Okay, so now for the parts that I don't. Now for the biggest part that I don't like. Anytime you are given a mission which gives you new units, your new units are worse than the trash. It just makes it okay, I guess I get to run away for several turns until the rest of my units show up.
Every mission becomes the Ultraman recruitment mission in 30.
Yes. Only actually the Ultraman recruitment mission was more doable. Right, you actually have to kill stuff with the Ultraman recruitment.
Yes.
Which is an interesting one on.
That's the bigger challenge, but it is still like throw an attack, run like hell.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not fucking fun. Because they basically need to get they need to actually get upgrades. Compounding this is the price of upgrades goes up significantly depending on the difficulty.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you get like 3 things upgraded to level 5 before you run out of all the starter money, and you do not gain money fast enough for units to
because
keep
you have
up.
to beat things in 5 turns or less to get the money bonus.
Which is impossible, especially when you can especially when you only have like 4 or 5 guys who
can actually
do anything basically.
Also worth noting, the starter money there is also only the starter money for having like all the bonus
DLC.
stuff. You get some amount of starter cash, but it is not significant at all unless you have like all the DLC and did like the pre-order bonus and all that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that's also just not. That's actually what kills the entire difficulty for me, because basically I got 5 units or something at most. I can very slowly creep up other units over time, and I'm kind of playing a catch-up game with the difficulty of the game itself.
It feels a bit like Expert is designed explicitly to be played on New Game Plus.
Expert, yeah, kind of. It feels basically like doing a literal challenge run in like a Souls game, like playing Soul Level 1 run.
Yeah.
It is narrowing your choices down to the point of this isn't fun.
Yeah, it's not a good design decision. I'm not defending it by any means, but it definitely feels like Expert is designed to be a New Game Plus thing.
Yeah.
Because you carry over a lot of stuff from your completed game into New Game Plus, meaning you're not going to be hitting a bunch of those restrictions.
And also, there is a very stupid semi-workaround. It doesn't fix the first problem I have, and that one's basically what kills it. Mostly the new units are basically just fucking trash, because they are a little weaker than the trash mobs. So the cost to upgrade stuff is dependent on your difficulty.
So you set your difficulty back down.
Yeah, so between missions, you set your difficulty all the way down to casual. Then you upgrade your
upgrade all your units, and then you put back up to Expert for the actual playing the missions.
Yeah. So I've restarted the game. I'm actually just playing on hard for now, so I can actually, not feel like my new units are fucking worthless. until I start to get into missions where I'm not gaining new units anymore, which I'll probably bump it all the way back up to expert and buying everything on casual. Because fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't like this different costs for different difficulties. That's just stupid.
It would be less stupid were it not for the fact that you're basically already ending up getting less money in a practical sense in expert difficulty. So it's like not only do things
Well-
cost more, but you have less.
No, it doesn't reduce the amount of money.
Well, no, but I'm saying because you're not getting the money bonus.
But the money bonus is only on hard plus anyways. So,
But like that's what I'm saying.
that's
Compared
fine.
compared to hard,
yeah.
like hard, you will pretty regularly get the money bonus.
Yeah. You'll get some amount of money bonus depending on how quickly you kill things.
Yeah.
First turning, I think, is 50 grand, but
Something like
it's-
that.
Goes down over. But yeah, if you finish everything by turn 4, which in early missions is do. But
Yeah, I did not know that was a thing.
yeah,
Well, you get mentioned money bonus, I'm like, I don't recall.
I
Like,
mean,
Yeah,
it outright
it's-
states it.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you're actually doing the
concept
difficulty
difficulties.
selection, if you look in hard or expert, it mentions that there's a money
uncharacteristically for
bonus.
Super Robot Wars games, this actually tends to tell you everything.
The difficulty selection in 30 did also say exactly what the differences in the difficulty were.
Sometimes the translations aren't as great, and sometimes stuff is just fucking vague.
to be fair, since this was my first time playing an actual SRW game, I didn't even look at hard because, no, the highest difficulty I'm playing on is normal, because it's me getting my feet wet. And I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I've had a few game overs where mostly it's just bad RNG. Like, oh, this unit has like a 15% chance to get hit.
Got hit.
They got hit.
So I've had a few game overs, but they were entirely on purpose.
Like, most of mine have actually been on relic missions where I've just failed to get on 13.
Well, see, the trick is when you get a game over, you keep all the money you've earned if you just retry.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, once again, I am playing on normal, but that's not as big of a thing for me. Especially since now I have,
Every unit in my entire team is maxed on upgrades. I'm not out of chapter 2 yet.
maxed out at, I'm assuming 10.
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't unlocked the ability to get to
I
15
wasn't sure
yet.
if you had unlocked the ability to go to 10 is what I was checking.
Yes, I have unlocked the ability to go to 10.
You'd have to if you've gotten them.
Yes, because that increases your rank enough to.
Yeah, I've gotten to rank, and apparently rank A is when the next
Yes.
recent stat is. I've only got one unit maxed out. Well, maxed out. I haven't finished weapons on him, but that's Amuro and the MP.
Yeah, literally everyone on my team is maxed out because at one point I basically spent a significant amount of time. I didn't actually time it. I don't know exactly how long, but I spent a significant amount of time doing a particular mission, killing all but one unit on it, and then intentionally letting that unit kill like the failure conditions.
All right, that is also a nice thing that I completely keep ignoring and forgetting about. You can actually move where your units are.
Yes.
In Y.
Yeah.
You you can here too.
Yeah, but it's like a
Like, I'm pretty sure that's just what formation is.
no. That's
No,
that's
it's
out.
no, it's there is a way to do it. I don't remember what it is. I think
It's
it's
probably in select units, actually.
By the way,
But yeah, it is like a default thing that is right there, though.
yeah, it is a feature in 30 as
It's
well.
also-
It's just a little harder to find. It is absolutely a thing you can do though.
It's also based on the order. But
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's that's
I have had to change
what
a
it
few
always has
positions
been.
because it alternates sometimes, whether it's putting stuff in
Front to back or back to
front.
front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deployment order depends upon where on the map you're deploying from.
Yeah.
Weirdly, but yeah, no, I basically like ground out a single mission, essentially intentionally failing after killing every other all but one unit on the map in order to just get shit tons of money. I think I got like something like 4 or 5 million doing that.
A lot of money. Right now I'm.
It's like I have been upgrading units that will in no way, shape, or form ever be fielded. The Methus is maxed out.
Yeah, I've got a fist. Their passive is getting credits. You don't give a shit about spoilers, right?
Eh.
Your nays. Makes sense.
Like, oh no, how dare you spoil that a character is in the game from a series list that's been fully revealed?
I know.
Doesn't make that much sense. You didn't have to do fundraising until the second season in this game.
But her business aspect does come up in. That is probably the worst part about. No, that's
What's that?
isn't their thing about going for that first season when they open up that corporation. Like it's late first season. I'm fairly certain. I think it's still first season.
Alright, let's see how much I can spread out units so things can kill themselves on me.
I guess it was season. It's been a while since I watched it.
Yeah. Like I was pretty sure it was the reason why Earth House was where they were at the end of season. Like specifically not being at the school for those events. They make him look a little less like Murathaga in this art wise. Oh yeah, we'll definitely get more into it when we're going through Y. But we gotta give praise to Y for
Engage in an exhibition match
Yes.
prior to one of the school duels. And Shin is sitting there thinking about it. It's like, well, I'm fucked either way. Either Domon's going to win and be amped up from that and go force me into training with him, or he's going to lose, determine he needs to train to get better, and drag me into train with him. Also confirming press is on at least 2 actual pilots.
Okay.
No prize for guessing one of them.
Like I'm guessing. So you mentioned before, Shar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shard has it. Hayate also has it.
Makes sense.
It may be on others. Obviously, the information is still being gathered by the game, but yeah, Hayate gets it at 20. Gets it at level 25. Shard gets it at level 30.
At least one of those I had actually.
And yes, there is also a spirit Not sure what the English translation is going to be. The Japanese is like something along the lines of empathy, which is just increase assist level by 3.
Okay. Explain why the power part doesn't call it empathy, because it's only by 2.
Atika gets it, and Lilith gets it. And again, possibly others. That being said, it does cost 75 SP. Which makes sense, because you're getting 3 fucking assist levels off of it.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You're getting the equivalent of like 12 to 15 kills.
Yep.
Oh, right. That is the other.
Also, Lilith gets it at like level 45.
That also reminds me of the. I'm more in between on this one. Other difficulty increaser when it comes to expert. XP starts or SP starts way lower, especially for subpilots. Subpilots' abilities are basically unusable for the first few turns of the game, or of any match. You get the point.
Encounter. Practice.
Do
Rumble.
they change STG upgrades or anything?
Strangely enough, they have the exact same text.
Oh.
I don't know what happens when you get them, because I didn't get them before starting, but I'm assuming it's a reduction on top of what you get, so
Probably.
it just balances after a while. There's a lot of stuff that would act. The other thing is, I was going up the support tree entirely because it didn't go extra XP.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Yeah.
just going
literally
down.
what I'm
It,
doing.
it's the one that makes
So-
sense to start with first.
It is the one that makes sense to start with first, but it does make super expert, or not super expert. It does make expert that much more difficult because you're not getting the
Like attack boosts or that stuff.
more specifically like the morale
Morale.
increase.
The morale increase.
Each round.
Sight, because sight is really useful as well, because accuracy starts to become a thing.
They have confirmation of one hidden unit in the game. I was talking with Shiv earlier when we did it. I'm not really concerning myself with secrets and everything in this first playthrough, just because
Yeah.
I will be outpacing what
Yeah,
stuff is figured out and
Yeah.
unlocked and everything. So I'm not really concerning with myself with the first playthrough, especially considering I'm going to be doing a second playthrough anyways when the DLC hits. But that is unfortunate because we do have one confirmed hidden unit that I do really want to get, but I'm not really sure what the
Unlocking his support is.
yeah, because it has been confirmed that Denazanon Revive is in it.
Okay. I mean, if I have to guess, unlock conditions are fairly, with some exceptions, they're fairly standardized and need a certain amount of points or a certain amount of kills on X unit.
Yeah,
So,
it's just in this particular instance, the thing is that like, at least for the early parts of it, it obviously has something to do with getting the kaiju team on
Yeah.
your side, because that's how
Kaiju
that
Club, yeah.
that's how that comes together. But at least early on, they're not really like when they call in kaiju, they're calling in a bunch of like random generic kaiju. It's not like one specific like big one where it's like, oh, I clearly need to like defeat
Kill
that
that
one with the Nazanon.
Yeah. There's the occasional big one, and probably defeating that one with the.
It's not anti
helpful,
keep
but
showing up.
It's not.
Yeah.
Hey, guess
It's not
what?
anti
Beat
showing up
anti.
every fucking every mission, including several ones where it's not directly a.
Like that was actually one of the other things I was discussing about like secret units of like most secret units tend to be something like a point system, which are oftentimes going to be like fight a rival or defeat a rival.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of times where if like a rival shows up with no indication they're going to show up in that mission, like,
And the protagonist character you're
Isn't
supposed to be the one
guaranteed.
isn't a guaranteed deploy.
yeah.
like
It's like I'm never not going to have Denazanon because it's
Yeah.
literally one of the best units in my team, and I think probably one of the best units in the game just from what I've seen.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's like, you know, the whole thing with like, for instance, like Todd coming up as one of them. Like Hunter's already straight up said he never fields show.
Yeah.
So like any of the bonus stuff that may be tied to like Dunbean stuff, he's not going to get if it requires show to defeat certain enemies.
yeah, and show defeating Todd is a pretty common thing for unlocking Todd as a
Yeah.
character. Upgrades.
Which I mean, oh no, you'll miss out on Todd, the bench warmer.
I'll miss out on someone else who I'm not going to feel.
But like even in this game, you get cases of like for getting Plus,
I mean, clearly the big one that I need to make sure to do is make sure to field Jet Jaguar so I can eventually get Godzilla.
I benched right now because I've been focusing on doing like a certain amount of kills for those
How
unlocks.
dare you bench the good boy?
I was going to say, but I'm doing that so he can have his glorious comeback the second Hyoma and what's Akira? The Radiant Pilot.
Yeah, Akira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once they get their unlock, they're going to be benched again, and Jet Jaguar is definitely going frontline.
So, I only played about halfway through Jet Jaguar's mission because that's the point where I reset. I actually turned it down to hard just to confirm what the differences were between hard and expert, and it was like, oh god, this is so much different. I went from not care to, okay, I want to field this guy.
Yeah, no.
Very
So
much from
good.
that mission.
No, I always knew Jet Jaguar was going to be great. I'm not specifically familiar with the particular Godzilla thing that they're utilizing for this, but like Jet Jaguar as a character has always been fucking fantastic in the Godzilla franchise.
Yep. It makes me especially sad that there's no Brave representation, because I would love to
Yeah.
see him interacting with the Braves.
Not until DLC, at least.
Yep.
Yep.
Which I was unsure if I wanted to do a second run through, but I'm going to be doing a second run through one.
I mean, I have to do at least one more run through.
Yep. Our boy.
Oh, less that and more just there's an achievement for seeing the ending with both protagonists.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Well, I will. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, well, I'll see that achievement myself. Plan on my second run being with Cross, but I'm playing on Switch, so I don't have achievements.
Ha 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 ha.
I just want a Kamen Rider kick Godzilla.
Yep.
Godzilla needs to count up his sins.
He's got a lot of them.
I don't know if he.
Kamen Rider Rider kicking Godzilla will be pleasant. Rider kicking Chang Wu-Fei will be exuberant.
Yeah.
Very true.
To be fair, if the recruitment conditions for him is him being defeated by Wing Boy, he's not getting recruited for me. Because he's going to get defeated by Dynezanon every time.
I've just already swapped around my team to include the wing pilot that will be fielded. Proper protagonist.
Well,
Yep.
So,
Also, just because Death Scythe remains stupid, fucking ridiculous.
Assuming Death Side is pretty fucking unhittable.
Yep.
unsurprising. Yeah, I have not fielded because I am fielding Hero because up until I got Amuro, I needed a decent character. And map attack is still pretty good.
I'm good at shooting and emoting.
I mean, as much as you're able to give him shit,
You took a very different path through the game than I did then if you had Hero before you had Amuro.
I did all of the side missions before I touched. I specifically went from bottom up, which got me him before Amuro.
Get Hero out of a main mission.
Oh shit, you're right.
You get Hero during the Witch from Mercury stuff.
I did have Amuro.
The first part of Witch from Mercury gets you Hero and Duo, and then you get Suletta.
Yeah.
The second one.
Okay, there's plot. I knew you were hiding somewhere.
I was like, very much like, I'm pretty sure you can't get Hero before you get Amuro because it's the main story mission.
Amuro side.
Ish. Depends on which direction you go. If you do the actual main mission, you get Amuro, and then you get Amuro, and then you get the second. It's another two-parter that locks you in. The first one, you get Amuro and the Rock Column,
Yeah,
and then you get...
those are actual side missions.
No,
Yes.
they're not. Well, sort of.
They're labeled as side missions at the very least. But I do remember that.
They are side, but they are recommended.
Yes.
Like, they get highlighted because they're like, go do these fucking missions, you moron.
Yeah, Amro's is highlighted as recommended. Char's isn't.
Yeah.
I think I may have actually literally got Amro just before doing that because I did all the non-recommended stuff first, then the recommended side, and then these. Right now, I'm pushing myself through some of the relics. Chapter 3. I have not touched a single other mission in Chapter 3.
Also,
I'm running the fronts.
Absolute intense idiocy of the whole thing, where they give you Amuro and the Riggsy for one mission.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little upset about that because
You upgraded it, and
I
the upgrades
upgrade-
don't actually carry over on that.
No.
not on that one.
On everything else it does, but
I mean, not that I fielded him in the Riggsy in the second mission anyways. I immediately put him in the Mark II, because it's not like I'm fucking fielding Emma Sheen.
Once again, because I thought it was going to transfer over to the new.
No.
Ah. At least it does for some of the other stuff. Force Impulse over to Destiny.
Yes.
Those upgrades. Now I have Luna Maria with the Force Impulse staying on deck.
Oh wow! Now I get a pep talk from Gridman.
That's right. It's your decision alone. You can violate the rules and go out there. Unlikely. Oh, don't tell him that. That's the appropriate response.
I'm pretty sure I won't die.
yeah, pretty sure it's good enough.
Not quite as confident as will never die.
What's even stupider is if you do the side missions the other way around, if you do the Gaze of the Red Comet rather than the
Yeah.
other one, you just get the MP new same time as you get, like, Amuro still fields in the mission in the Riggsy. But then you end the mission, you have the MP new.
Yep.
It's already there.
Yeah. So I've been chatting with someone else that we've been going through, and he did Char's Path, and was telling me that. I'm like, God, I wish I had known that. I'd have chosen.
Well, okay, quote unquote, Char's Path.
Yes.
It's the mission where you get Camille, and you don't get Char till later.
Yeah.
The mission where you get Camille, and unfortunately, Yune and Kess.
Yep. Yeah, that's the other thing is he's doing
And side characters
an
and all their
entirely.
existence as usual.
Yes, but I resent them for making me have Yune.
He is running what I have referred to as Domon's harem, because he's going with an entirely female team plus Domon, and he is fielding Kess, and I'm like, you could always choose to not field maximum amount of people.
I mean, if you're doing an all-female team, I'd field Kess a million times before I fielded the fucking Methus.
Well, to be fair, he's not fielding the Memphis, but on the MP News.
Yeah, you can move those people around.
Yeah.
I'm
Which I was surprised to find out. I was like, wait. Or specifically, he put Emma in the Agdoga, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're in the same series.
I mean, we can do weird shit here too.
Yeah. We don't, because
I mean, we did for a while. That's why we're putting
yeah,
Yona
but-
in the V2.
yeah, that's why we're putting you in the V2, and now he has the
Yep.
Fenix, so fuck it. Sorry, now he has the C packs at the same time on the Fenix.
And then the next mission, or after that mission, we get Fenix.
Yeah. The
Yes,
mission
he
that
he deploys in the C packs in that mission, where you get the C packs, and the end of that mission gives you the Fenix, and you never look at the C packs again.
what surprised me is there are some that you around.
Fucking that dumb defense thing.
Specifically for the characters you get from reordering. Though actually, I think those two are from the DLC. Either way, some of them you can switch around, some of them you can't.
I mean, if you're talking about the ones from like B, X, and T,
Yeah.
you choose which one is getting which one by when it says, "Oh, I'm imagining the protagonist from this story. Is it a man or a woman?"
Yes, you can switch the pilots of the two banks between their two units.
Yes.
But you can't switch the.
That's because the Tyrannauta Rex is a direct upgrade to the Tyrannauta, and the actual
Yeah,
upgrade unit for that series, the Fang Nex and the
Grand
Grand
Bang.
Bang
Are
the
side
same
banks.
unit.
Yeah.
It's just which path you upgrade in the game. So they just give you both, so you can switch between them because they're the same. They're both the upgrade unit for that game.
Yeah. And unfortunately for the Zelgard, you don't have the option of I'm imagining a parrot.
I cannot change Spiro into the main pilot for the Zelgard, unfortunately.
Would have made a better main character.
I had to have bland faceless
Oh yeah, but then he
person.
couldn't be the final boss.
Sure, then he couldn't. Final boss.
Both.
Just gets replaced. Gets your main pilot.
No, he's in two places at once.
Not 9.
We is magic. Fuck it.
I have created a second bird.
I mean, that's literally what 9 does. That's why she's in both the.
Yes,
the
it literally comes
I'm in a
up.
second of me. You don't need to refer to me as different people. I'm the same.
Yeah, you can stop calling me Little Nine. I'm the same person. I'm an AI. I'm capable of being.
Which she says while having conversations between both of them.
Yes.
In fairness, I talk to myself all the time.
True.
And like the worst part of having the Zelgard is I have to deal with bland faceless protagonist number 1 or bland faceless protagonist number 2, but with a big dumb ear hat thing.
Oh, and in regard to the conversation we had last night regarding the protags of Y, one thing I forgot regarding Cross is there is actually a distinct conversation directly where at one point it's during the Witch from Mercury stuff, like when you're initially like recruiting Hero and Duo and then stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
You're on the A Advent and they're having like some sort of conversation, and Hero is doing his usual like not talking thing, just giving ellipses,
Yeah.
and just kind of walks off. And Cross makes some comment about like, well, aren't you a stern, serious one? And somebody else is like, you're one to fucking talk. And Cross like actually gets called out for it. And Cross is like, hey, I'm different now. So yes, the description as given of Cross's personality when you're making the protagonist selection is very much a like, he was this way. He is, again, for some reason or another, making a
No
concerted
longer
effort
the
to
hard
not
ass
to
he used
not
to
be
be.
that.
Super, like, because the initial blurb definitely gives off the impression of, okay, this is going to be like the super serious business only guy.
Yeah.
A standard issue Japanese protagonist.
No, he does not fill that at all.
Yeah, I actually like a scene with Forte and the boys that are there at the time. You've been having a stare off for 5 minutes, but you get to what you want already. Your brother would already know what I wanted. Fuck you here.
We do get a great line from Duo though.
Oh,
Yeah. It's not even a protagonist difference line because it's just him giving Hero shit, where he basically like when they get recruited into A Advent and Duo is like, man, I'm surprised you agreed to join up. Then again, I guess you're used to doing whatever a rich girl asks you to.
yeah.
And Hero's just like, shut the fuck up.
I think the line is like, did you have to say that? Or something that was like, yeah. Like, you can tell you got to Hero because he actually gave
responded,
a fucking
yeah.
response.
Yeah, he doesn't just ellipses back at Duo, so it's like, oh.
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Though I will have to say my favorite thing from Hero so far and why is him straight up telling Lupe, press your self-destruct button.
Turn into an A-bomb. Blow yourself up.
I don't miss him.
Chinese
His
butthole.
Oh. God, and everyone he's in. Like,
You are always so angry with your incessant betraying.
You are little pieces on my floor. Stop saying those Homestuck words.
One of those instances of like, for fuck's sake, it's very much a case of like they have these words like it's like Sakana or whatever that just means hunt, and like Lamada, which is just rival.
Yeah.
And it's like
just translate it. Just.
you translated every other word. That you're telling me they're speaking English entirely except for those fucking words. Just translate those words. Don't fucking
Your language has no meaning for this word. It means hunt.
don't fucking kick Haku equals plan me, you dipshit.
Yeah.
Like, if the first time he said
God,
it,
Jart's such a hunt.
like if the first time he says like, you are my, I don't know the word in your language, it's Lamata, and then it comes up with, oh, rival? Sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, in the series, they are just plain speaking their own.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
And-
just in here.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason, yeah. They
That's
they
fucking
translate
English.
everything except Lamada.
Like Lamada and Sakana, or whatever the word
Yeah.
for hunt is.
Kuna
Shikara.
Lamada.
I think it's Shikara because it's
Shikaro, yeah, whatever.
Chicago.
Which is so close to Shiokara.
we will have a grand
which is,
Chicago.
Which is Tamaki's favorite food.
There is one. You go to, yeah. It's if you go to tactical situation. Total score 30.
All right, so I need 9 more kills and then blow the fuck out of this guy. Got it. Who here has a name? Who have a name?
Yeah, I actually discovered that by accident while I was doing other stuff. I was like, what the fuck is tactical situation? When I was doing all the little like onboard missions we had, I was looking at a thing and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, it actually gives you battle stats. Like if you somehow like lost track of what turn it was, it will tell you what turn it is.
I would also like to get a Grand Chicago, but with a side of potato wedges and a large Diet Coke.
Problematic.
What's up?
Does not quite kill them. Okay. No, it's mostly color on the side. All right, you. This guy.
Also, in the regard of does not quite kill him, have you used Analyze?
Yeah, that's true. I can't use that, I guess.
You do have to remember that exists. I know Reynolds on the.
Oh, yeah, right. But that's
Yeah.
one of the two things he's good for. That and Spirit, all they know.
Yeah.
Because you want to get the thing to 150 at certain points specifically.
Yeah, like when you're doing like.
Uh,
Yeah.
And I can remember characters have support in
Support
this game
attack,
as
yep.
well. Totally planned that.
Amazing. The only time we remember key mechanics of the system is when we're trying to stunt on people.
Yes, stunning on people is the only thing that resembles difficulty in this game.
It's also stuff like, because like the other thing, it's always difficult to remember because there are some things we don't use that often, but like also like I didn't see how much EXE Oscar has on him, but you could also like smash it.
Oh no, yeah, wait. Otherwise, it was
Okay.
first.
Yeah. There's sort of that hierarchy of things we actually use, and sometimes if it's like Soul/Valor doesn't push them over the limit, we're like, well, shit. And it's like, wait, no, we have other options.
Yeah. Okay.
真っ向勝負と行こうではないか。手法の餌食。カイザーの相手には勝てないな。残念。俺もいるんだ。
Guess what? I'm here too.
I got there were two of them. How was I supposed to handle that? See, he can use the word hunt.
Okay, so the objective, I'm pretty sure, has not changed.
No, it would pop up the screen if it had.
Yeah.
Does, however, mean that there is one that's worth targeting, because Elgana is going to be worth more. Crash. Yep, there we go.
Just to make sure he knows that he's Tuesday. Oh, I did not wish.
Quick, what's the Wolgaru equivalent to Tuesday? Oh, that's the normal one?
Tuesdara.
You made
Thursday?
that up on the spot.
Thursday, right?
Yeah, they just switch around Thursday and Tuesday.
And he leaves.
Good thing it's Taco Tuesdara back at the command center. Oh, you've got that? That translates? Forget what her name is, but the scientist lady inside the dress tracker is just like tearing her hair. Like, what, that translates?
Yeah, maybe.
Alright. So we got
5 more, and then
him. Alright. Oh, I never took a turn with you in the first place. It's like,
I've been here the whole time.
you sure have been. Well, this is a free. Oh, can't forget about you.
It's holding very still and hoping everybody doesn't notice it.
I'm disabled and just floating here. Nothing to work on. Screaming at me.
Okay, these things are piloted. Oh, you got one more attack in you, anyways. That's wrong. I wish it these we attack. I don't think.
No, not really. They're all generic, medium-sized ones.
God, it's the guy with the mace again.
Good news, you're not getting the mace.
No, he's getting.
Yeah, he's getting a nice.
Oh, he is? Okay. Sorry. I
Hey,
thought he chose the
there-
charge.
Maybe near thumb.
Charge is also the base.
We need our thumbnail, yeah.
オルガこっちは終わったよ
Summon ground in space. Pose on.
Yep. Okay. That was 2 of them, so we should have
3 left. Yep.
All right. I have more wishes than kills left.
But
Demo at some point, but at the same time, it's a song.
also, relatively soon, there's no longer going to be any point in using Wish.
Yeah. Okay, PP is never a resource that you run out of, or you.
No, but at the same time, we also haven't used any in months.
Yeah, I know technically.
Is that used for?
That's
Fine
for
skills.
pilot skills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, you say that. No, there is a certain point where there are no longer any worthwhile skills to put on the pilots you're actually using.
I haven't put dash twice on him.
Yeah.
You haven't, but you also don't need to.
You don't need to, but it's not completely worthless either.
We have
It is
single
really
units that can
super-
solo entire missions. In
I
one
know,
turn.
I
Doesn't
know.
matter.
I know I know it doesn't really matter, but it still matters more than credits.
Yeah, we long ago reached the point where we're just playing this game for the story. There is no challenge left in it.
I mean, how to do it all in one turn.
The magic punch from the Batman
that's
movie
all.
couldn't fix the broken difficulty curve.
Yeah, that's all.
I didn't say it was a particularly challenging challenge. It's a challenge.
God's judgment. Yes.
Really, pick any character who has the like give self 5 EXE skill. Done.
Yeah.
Load them with the power parts so they just like start with 10.
There's a non-zero chance, depending on the character, they might start with like 8. Also, Java just starts with 10.
Doubles like 8 start with an extra 5. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, between the ace bonus
Which,
and the boost
by
from
virtue
AOS
of
stuff.
gets the
Yeah.
hey, you hit 3, so here's free like 3 EXE.
これが私の答えだ
Yeah, and assuming there are any number of enemies actually in a line, it's basically entirely free.
Half smash it. Don't trust this to be the end.
Yeah, I'm
It might be,
assuming.
but
I'm assuming that map attack is either an upgrade or removed. Why?
Well, considering it's on the Elgheim 2,
Upgrade.
yeah.
Which I may have the mission to get that.
Yeah, the Elgheim 1 and the Elgheim 2 are very different units altogether.
いずる俺たちの声を聞けよ黙れ黙れはあ 私また一歩先に進むことができた。
Fire the bigger laser.
Bloom. We're looking at a lot of bloom.
Looking at a white screen.
There's some lines. How's that surprising?
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Yes, and
I don't know, just go punch it.
I mean, time to use weapons. Or not weapons, but missiles. Simon, I don't think you should be piloting it. You can't see.
Where he's going, he doesn't need eyes.
How can we aim the ship if he's ramming it?
Commander Simon, I don't mean to, cut out your glory, but we do have the Mazinger over there, and it does have a huge fuck-off sword. We could just carve this thing up. I'm pretty sure if I told the Mazinger to carve up that station, he'd do it.
You were with Hudson get past the black minute. I think this problem is solved.
Final Galgai-Gar exists.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But Final Gagaigar's just waving the impact knife, or the will knife around. It's like, huh? Is this anything?
Break out the giant hand made of hammers and turn this entire thing into light.
I don't know what Better Man is muttering about in the corner, but I'm assuming it's some way to destroy the station. Or possibly philosophy homework from college. I mean, not sure. Maybe both?
the other boys are pretty just angry at death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get it, boys.
The point is, Commander Simon,
Pretty-
you don't have
pretty
to
sure
do
Stoner
this.
Sunshine counts as beam.
Those are rays, not beams.
It's an important distinction.
Are defined beams and not something.
They're getter rays,
Yeah.
which are sometimes used to do a getter beam. But that beam is made of getter rays.
If they do treat, get arrays as beams, then throw a fucking axe at it. What does magic count as?
Now we're going by Superman rules?
Which Superman rules? No, wait, never mind. Let's not get into that conversation. We'll be here all day.
Because like she can shoot an arrow of fire in space.
Samaki, please.
I did mention this one because we've started doing our watch through at double speed of Majestic Prince, and I did mention that this is the most. I swear to God, if the treasure at the end of this dungeon is friendship, I'll kill everyone in the group ever.
Yeah.
This is a group that fundamentally cannot work together unless they are trying to beat each other down.
Well, mostly just Azura.
No, the team pretty much all hates each other except for whoever's piloting the sensor one.
Well, yeah, but they also all grew up in the
Okay.
orphanage together, but forgot about that.
Their
Thankfully,
commander
no.
doesn't let them forget about that. They are reminded daily that they grew up in the military orphanage.
I didn't grow up in the military orphanage. They grew up with families. They just had all that wiped out of their heads.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
right, I forgot all that.
Yes, they explicitly had every memory before they entered the academy wiped. They are also explicitly genetically engineered to pilot the AHSMBs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we have found one of the phrases that gives me an headache. Thank you, Margaret.
They were all at the orphanage, but they forgot about it.
Oh.
Except Irvine, who when everybody else realizes, like, oh no, I knew, I just thought we weren't talking about it.
Final Fantasy VIII, everybody. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I have a feeling there's a really good reason why there's that for
Yeah, they'll get there eventually.
theoretically the next one is 9.
Yeah, doesn't mean they can't go back and make 8 later. They don't have to go in order. They started with 7.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's 6 ones before that, by definition.
Also, they already fucked up. They started with 7. They should have started with 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Technically, they started with 4. Or the DS remake.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like the freaking Nintendo games. Or Game Boy Advance remake. You get the point. They've had a remake. Bunch of they've had remakes for a bunch of.
It depends upon what you're defining as a remake.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
New
3
engine.
definitely had a remake.
New Engine 3 also had a remake. New engine graphics, even some of the stuff.
Okay, so then they started with like 1 then. Because that had that way before 4 on the DS.
Like, did they do 12 of Zodiac Age?
Yeah.
Well,
So
that was a...
that doesn't change story at all. That just changed class system, some level balance and stuff.
And like some amount of graphics upgrade. But
Well, on the re-release.
All right, cleanup time.
Is a remake required to change story?
I think that's part of what makes it a remake or remaster. And not like necessarily like drastic changes like what 7's remakes are doing, but just like changing some aspects. Even if just a
7's remakes aren't real.
no.
no.
7's remake
technically
is
a sequel.
secret sequel.
It'll be operating long enough to run out of energy.
Beam sword, everything.
Or just use the spirit back all your own. I have way too much of as well.
Yep.
Alright.
One of the nice UI differences is why will actually get the health burst and
Yeah, we'll actually show you how much damage you're doing. Which is nice for knowing when your attack is going to be completely fucking useless.
Probably more for identifying at a glance what's an enemy and what's an ally on the field.
Definitely useful in it because a lot of the early stuff is also Ruined City tile set they were like using.
Yeah.
Which has elevation stuff, so you can end up with like models overlapping.
Yeah. Uh,
This is usually the point of a scenario where I press the start button, set the controller down.
I have a lifetime grudge against the auto. Also, I wanted this to be quicker. Actually, easier of doing it is just lining everything up and just let the enemy kill themselves on them.
Yes, but even that goes quicker in auto.
I did do that for some of the runs. Why? I set it on auto and then went to go.
Yep.
That is also something I found interesting with the front missions. I'm not sure if it was an expert thing or it's just how the front missions are. The first one, everything was level 1, and the second one everything was level 2, but the stats were actually bumped up to the point where they weren't trivial.
Some of that is definitely the changes in expert. The level scaling is a thing that does happen in the normal game, like any difficulty, even on like normal. But the stat changes are wider across each instance.
Also, did you guys notice the front mission, or when does the front mission come back for
Every
you guys?
7. Every 7.
Oh, it's every 7. Okay. I did not play enough missions after for that to come back.
It is actually like the same number as it is in.
It's just that there's like 8
It's just
front
there's enough
missions.
front
Yeah.
missions you can loot them.
Yeah, eventually you unlock enough. Presumably there will be a bunch more in
I would
Y
not-
as well that eventually get unlocked.
So it,
I would not be surprised if you
chapter 3, I gained once, so I
Yeah.
currently have 3 cycling.
Yeah, almost certainly it's going to eventually get. It may not get to the point like this one where you can just eventually have infinite front missions because they will. There are enough that they will cycle themselves, but there will be more than just the one.
I don't know. if
Also, I think they may stack to some extent as well because when I did it, I did the front mission and then immediately had the ability to do it again.
that's- the first time you do it doesn't count against that thing.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
it does actually.
It gives you two, maybe. Okay, got it. Yeah, I was surprised to see it pop up back again immediately. I was like, oh, these are supposed to be cycling, but I guess maybe I've done enough missions that like counted towards that. But okay, that makes sense.
So my theory on it is that there's different missions in their files. So when you beat it the first time and it loads the second one in, it puts the marker for it being mission on it. But when they cycle around again, that's not on there.
Yeah.
Did you just stand still and do nothing, you lazy fuck?
I don't want to die.
I've seen what happens if I attack them.
Not wrong, but still.
Hey,
He's
there-
busy opening up the arm bracelet on his robot so he can punch in the 3-digit code that makes him explode. So nobody can get the Predator technology.
We have plenty of it.
He doesn't know that.
No, the Wolgaroo do explicitly know that the HSMBs were built using Wolgaroo technology.
Yeah.
Look, at a certain point, this entire game has turned together into a multicolored slurry, so...
And that's not even this game. That's literally just Majestic Prince.
Yeah,
the,
but we have-
the Wolgaroo are aware of it.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten to that part of Majestic Prince yet.
We're like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
The Wolgaroo still have not spoken in and they don't give them subtitles. And they've also had a combined total of, I think, 5 seconds when it comes to actual, like, people talking.
No pressure.
I can safely say 5 episodes in, I would not watch Majestic Prince if it was not with the group.
Yep.
Okay, Kels.
You mean the team behind Seed
Wait,
aren't
what?
any better when they're not in the Gundam world?
Yeah.
Ah. I did not see the shoot down on that. Well, that's
Whoop.
an issue.
Well,
Right.
Round 2.
This is how the game beats us. Yeah, stop paying attention. Where's the skip button?
I think start. Something.
you haven't beat the mission, so it doesn't count as skippable. We've run into this before.
Yeah, that's true. The power of hammering the button.
Yep.
Fascinating on full auto. Okay. Ah. Yeah, we can skip it.
Yeah, there we go.
Training wheels, one, stop worrying about this shit. Hard for people to randomly die when everyone has wall.
True.
する前に引っ込んでろ。3つの心を巨大な一つの力にする。心配すんじゃねえぞ。ゲッターシャイン。シャインスパーク。
あいつが周辺に指揮を出しているのか。ゴルディオンアーマー
発動承認。
了解。ゴルディオンアーマー。セーフティーデバイスリリーブ。ブロークンコネクト。プロテクトコネクト。
ガジェットコネクト。
ギャレオリアコネクト。
ゴルディオン
美しいとは言えないよね。
Shame she died. She was the most like a Shrike of all of them.
Know how this plays out. Kind of like here or something. Okay. It's nice to have an Elm Town for cleanup, too. If they had the option of surrender, we would be done with this.
Yep.
We don't know the meaning of the word. Translate it into our language for us?
It's-
Rendala.
Oh, okay, we
Oh.
Surrendala. Really? Is that close? Ah, the wonders of language.
You're the ones who gave you. That doesn't make sense.
All right, we want two things. Number one, we want genetic material to prop up our species. And number two, we want you to explain what the hell skibbity means.
I can't help you.
Wipe
one
us
second.
out.
Yes. You got us. Sounds close to a Wolgaran word.
I don't want to know.
The word Bulgarian word for man head come out of toilet.
Wow, that's actually it's dead on. Oh, all right.
I don't like that you have that word. We should wipe you out.
Well, Jart is familiar with the inverse of that, skibadunk, where a man's head goes in toilet. So there has to logically be a word for it coming back out.
What you're saying is we'll do the same.
No.
I'm talking and kill him already.
Just up, so I can't accidentally die.
強い時は歓迎する
Two big swords.
いい動きしてんじゃねえか怒られてるのか褒められてるのか僕はお前の獲物なんかじゃない僕が戦うのは戦いたいからじゃ
But
ない
I do enjoy
人
it.
を守るためそしてヒーローになるため
結局そこかよ。
やろううわーみんなの心に生きて帰るんだ守りたい者のために僕は戦う
Yes, yes, you are.
God, I can hardly wait for when you are done. Please don't come back. Ah, don't flashbang me.
Right, you mean you could just tell them to go away?
Why
I mean,
didn't you
she's the
do that?
princess.
Why didn't you do that in the first place?
Royal authority.
Wasn't funny.
People died.
Yeah, I know, it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Wolgaroo. No one cares.
I mean,
Are the Wolgaroo really people?
I was referring more to the people who aren't part of our ship are still fighting on our side. They were probably dead.
We have a
Are
phrase.
humans really people?
We have a phrase in our society. It means it was funny at the time. Your culture probably doesn't get
I
the
have
subtle
two
implications
things to
of
say
that.
about that. One, if they couldn't defend themselves against the Wolgaroo, they deserve to die. And two, clearly they're not made of very good stock. Otherwise, the Wolgaroo would have captured them for fucking DNA.
See, I'm of the
Also, I
opinion-
have one word for you. Skillishuama.
That's it. We're exterminating their
Good, right. Hold on, I gotta change my Steam name. So dumb.
To the surprise of no one, Daba's the mission ace.
All right, and unfortunately, with having to do the run back there, we probably don't have time for another mission today.
No.
So that's going to go ahead and do it for us today for Super Robot Sundays here on Sound Goblin Gaming. We'll be back tomorrow with more Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Thursday, we're still on 3-5 in retrospective, right? And I know we're coming close to the end because I think you guys just did Book of 9 Sword, which is pretty close to the end of.
Got like 15 or so left. It's still
Yeah.
a decent journey. Thursday is Dragon Magic.
Dragon Magic. And we'll be right back here next Sunday with more Super Robot Wars 30. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been Shiv.
I've been.
And I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, y'all.